We did it.
I don't know why I did that because now I pay for Adobe Premium.
Yeah.
I don't need to clap anymore, but I clapped.
Yeah. I mean, or I feel like you could at least up the budget and get one of those actual snappers.
Nope. I've invested $600 into it.
Yeah.
I am not investing $600 and $7.
Look at my commitment right now. I can't. I want to keep talking, and then I gotta crack.
That's right.
Yeah, gotta crack my trash juice.
Your trash juice.
Yeah, my trash juice. Oh, it tastes just the same as middle school.
It's my God. It looks like your parents just got divorced.
Oh, not again. Not again.
Looks like your parents just got divorced, but it's also picture day.
Yeah. I had a whole summer where my dad and I came to an agreement where he would teach me. We would go to the driving range. He loved playing golf. He would teach me to play golf, and then the flip side was, at the end of it, he would buy me an energy drink.
So he'd bribe you?
Yeah, he'd bribe me. He'd bribe me to spend quality time with him.
Okay.
And so for one summer, I would say for like almost every day, I had a different energy drink and just started getting like hard opinions about the different flavor profiles of like what was good, what was bad. And I could have, I could have had a very successful energy drink review YouTube channel is what I'm saying. That's the missed opportunity in my life.
And you're telling me you grew up in Pennsylvania? Is that what you're telling me?
As opposed to what? Florida? Is that a Florida? Is that a I can't tell what is avid drinker whose hobby is drinking energy drinks. What state is that?
It's basically all of them. It's every state has at least a region that does that.
Do you want to try some of that?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah. Anything that's a liquid and it has high performance outside of it, I'm not interested in.
Listen, this is a demanding hour of my day. And you expect me to not come in with performance-enhancing juice?
Imagine...
You're out of your mind.
Imagine Spotify emails us and they're like, we were tipped off that you've been taking energy.
I gotta take a
performance enhancing substances for this podcast.
They just hear me heavy breathing, just fucking anger, rage, just NOS rage, just absolutely. Is that free advertising for NOS? Big NOS?
Yeah, especially because we have Red Bull as a sponsor now.
Oh, right. Red Bull, NOS. Let's just get... Fuck it. I'll start drinking Rockstar.
Oh, my God.
Start drinking Rockstar. Crunk. I'm sure Crunk's still around in some Spencer's Gifts.
I remember there was a drink called cocaine. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Oh, well, I thought you were an energy drink connoisseur.
That's a really good... I kind of... Wait. Oh, now you've thrown me off. Is this a...
Do you not know?
It was called cocaine?
It was called cocaine.
I believe you, but I don't believe you. Hold on, I'm going to look this up. Coke.
Don't just Google cocaine.
No, I see it's a powder. Is it a mixable?
What are you talking about?
Is it like Kool-Aid?
Fun fact about cocaine, if you take the drink and put it in a hot pan, it turns into crack?
Energy drink. There's a Reddit, which brings me to my first point. My gauge of success for this podcast is going to be once we have a subreddit. Once we have a Reddit.
I feel like everything has a subreddit.
That's how I'll know.
But that's not a level of success.
To me, it is.
That's a level of being.
To me, if I don't start a Reddit and somebody starts one for us, I will go, we've hit the ceiling. That's the ceiling. That's like the level of like, we can't go any higher. 50, like 10 fans and one goes, I'm just going to start a Reddit. I'm going to be like, all right, well, we're done here. We've clearly done it. That's the equivalent of an HBO special to me.
Oh, yeah.
It's just having a Reddit.
It's a Reddit, a subreddit. And then I'm going to be like the elevator in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and bust right through it, baby. Bust right through it.
All right, let me look at this. This is... No...
That's it.
There's a photo of...
That's not it. That's not it.
And then next to it is just an energy drink called Pussy.
And that drink turned you into a liberal.
Could you imagine just like somebody who gets up and every morning they have a can of pussy. Before kicking off their 12-hour shift at FedEx? Just coming in. What do you got there? Pussy?
Just drinking some puss. And he drinks it in his truck
slamming puss.
slamming puss. And his truck has truck nuts on it. And he's like, yeah, you know.
Yeah, you know me. I'm always slamming puss. All right, so this is cocaine?
That was exactly what. Yeah, that was it.
This looks like those one tiny step up from, what are those things they sell at Rockaway? Those like fake alcohol beverages where like they like repackage the old like
like a Sunny D?
Yeah, what are they called? Like firecrackers or something? No, it's not. It's like people we're walking around the beaches and they would like sell these like alcohol.
You mean on Fire Island?
I don't think it's Fire Island. I thought it was Coney Island. Isn't it Coney Island? Isn't it Rockaway? I wish
Coney Island and Rockaway not the same place. Is this news?
It is news.
Is this news?
It is news. I kind of figured that they were sort of you could swap them out. It's just like
no.
People who say I'm going to Rockaway Beach, I picture either like the points are right on top of each other, like Coney Island / Rockaway Beach.
No, same amount of needles on both beaches, but different beaches.
What am I thinking of? Firecrackers. I think this is not worth the bit, but I want to know what they look like. Do you want to do redactions? You want to do redactions?
Redactions. The only thing from last week after listening.
Also, let's let people know where they are. What are we watching? What people are. You just started talking.
Oh yeah. Welcome to the Happy Hour.
I love.
Listen, if you're on episode 4 and you don't know where you are, you're a lost kid in an amusement park. What are you doing here?
Picturing somebody scared and afraid, just like, what am I listening to?
If you get lost in Joe Rogan, okay, they have about 2,000 episodes over there. This is the 4th episode out of 5. If you get lost in here, that's a problem.
Yeah. Right, because we're releasing them all at the same time. For a second, I was like, you sound like a mini-series. It sounds like a mini-series.
No, once I have a guest on that has some notoriety, I'll say it.
I'm out. Oh, I thought you were saying once you have somebody who still does comedy,
right.
You're like, Taylor is out of here. I'm purely placeholder. You're gonna Photoshop Ashley Gavin on top of me for the first 5 episodes and just replace with voiceover.
The problem is people that are doing comedy are losing followers during this time.
Right.
So if anything, you're doing better than them.
Right. I'm thriving as a small-time illustrator on Instagram. Yeah, boom. Boom.
Right. Also, subscribe to YouTube.
Yeah, slam it.
Comment, on Spotify, iTunes.
Yes.
I thought iTunes was gone, but apparently you could still comment on it.
It's a place for watching podcasts and getting that stupid fucking pop-up every time you plug in your fucking phone.
Yeah.
It infuriates me. Every time. Never in my life have I plugged in my phone and been like, let's go right to iTunes. No. Not in the last 15 years have I said, oh, I need to charge my iPhone. Better make sure iTunes is open at the exact same time in case I need to import every single photo I have. Leave it alone, Tim Cook. Leave it alone. I was told right before I left, make sure my hat is straight. Shar said that she was watching the previous videos and my hat was not straight. So
there you go.
let me get the leveler. Hold on. Give
Now
me
you're
the
professional.
Give me the leveler.
Get you the leveler?
Yeah, give me the leveler.
It only takes us a half hour to get this fucking phone leveled.
Yeah, she was literally watching, and then my hat was just like this for the episode. And she was like, she couldn't hear anything we were saying.
You're like, you don't get it, Char. We're trying to apply to an urban demographic.
No. She was like, you look silly. I was like, I feel like you're trying to say like douchey or a piece of shit.
This is what the kids do. They wear their hats slightly to the side.
Slightly off to the side. I can't be bothered to make sure my hat is straight you would not believe how many times I don't notice that it's slightly off.
And you're like, listen, Char, I know what you're thinking. I might be a gang member. If everything about me says gang member, including
the Banana Republic button down pastel short sleeve, the corduroy shorts.
Corduroy shorts.
Corduroy shorts.
I wore them because we brought it up last episode.
I am 90% sure that I've worn these shorts on every single episode.
You could have. I could have just noticed last time.
Yeah, because I know you made a comment last time.
I did, and that's why I wore them this time.
Wow.
And same brand.
Yours look different.
Yeah, because they're a different color. That's how colors work. I thought you were a graphic designer.
Why those look different? Why are those different?
Imagine from last week and this week you've gained the sense of color sight.
Yeah. Like all of my life, I've become a graphic designer who it's like Drumline, where he doesn't know how to read music. I only see black and white. And then, so there's like, I have like a antagonistic designer who's like, you ever notice that he never actually like says what color he's looking at? What kind of designer doesn't state what kind of color he's looking at? And I just come in and my eyes are all dilated. I'm just like, have you fucking seen these colors?
You know trees are green? Did you know that?
I always thought they were light gray, and same with the streets. The streets were darker gray. This is crazy. Okay, up top for me, we talked about Blackish last week. Never seen it. Don't really remember your opinion on it, but I went back and rewatched it. This is why it goes at an angle, because I lift my hat up. I lift my hat up. Blackish, great show. Knew nothing about it. I clocked it as like a Modern Family, which I don't particularly like, which I've also never seen an episode, so I might like it.
Well, listen, Blackish, not as many gays in Blackish as in Modern Family.
Is that your
cancel Blackish? Cancel Blackish.
Not diverse enough?
Not diverse enough. There's not a gay couple that adopts an Asian child in Blackish. Cancel Blackish.
Listen. I bet you by season 2 that made you. I don't know.
Yeah, did you only watch the first season?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's going to be comments galore of like, season 2, episode 3, hello. I have no idea.
I watched it. I watched the first 3 episodes ever.
Yes.
Season 1, episode 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I watched to 8. I watched 8 episodes.
You watched 8 episodes?
I watched 8 episodes.
I didn't like it that much.
I was like, I'm going to watch 3 just for the sake of giving an opinion about it. And after 3, I was like, oh, I'm into the show.
Yeah, I didn't. It was okay.
Careful, Rich.
I'll tell you what scares me. Those kids.
What about them?
The twins. They're too good of acting.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
too good. There's never been a child actor that was that good at acting, and then life went well.
That can't be right.
Name one.
Well, I mean, my first thought is Harry Potter.
Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah.
Do you think that is Harry Potter?
Well, you
Sorry.
Sorry, hold on. Let's go back a second. First, you're telling me Rockaway Beach isn't Coney Island. And now what are you implying? That Daniel Radcliffe and Harry Potter's not a real person?
I'm sorry to break it to you.
And now I see color. Just that revelation is just yeah, just new sensors are firing off in my brain with that information. Daniel Radcliffe, young actor.
He wasn't that young. They're like 8.
Very young.
They're 8 years old.
How young do you think Daniel Radcliffe was when he did?
I would say 12. Which also not good. Like, it's not good to have that level of success at such a young age.
And I would say comparatively, those kids are a lot more talented. Are you claiming that those kids are 8 years old in the show, or
they claim to be 8 years old in the show? I didn't.
Okay, I would guess that they're older.
They said 8, so I'm going to go with 8.
I would say probably 12. Have you seen any of the promos for like the new season?
No.
All those kids are. I mean, obviously.
I've assumed they're grown now.
Yes, which is the concept of aging somehow still surprises me when I like start a show and I'm like, what do they look like now?
Right.
It just blew my mind. I was like, wow, they didn't stay tiny forever. They weren't little Forever? I don't understand. What is... I'm learning so much today.
I'm sure they're great actors now. I don't know how they are as people outside the show.
I don't know. I don't know how Daniel Radcliffe is outside of the...
After Harry Potter, he did that play where he fucked a horse, where he was naked on stage.
I don't know.
And the whole plot was him fucking a horse.
Is it the homework for next week? Is that we're gonna?
That's 100% true. I don't know
he
the
doesn't
name of the
fuck
play.
the horse.
And the play.
In the play,
he doesn't physically. He doesn't actually fuck the horse.
But it's like a sexual thing with him.
It's all about him having a sexual relationship with a horse. Do you not know this?
And somehow you can't watch Hamilton.
I didn't watch that either. You want to know why? Because I don't know if they took a bridge or a boat to fuck that horse. That's why. That's the only reason I would watch.
I love the idea that you're just like you're only watching like horse love based live plays, and you're like Hamilton. Any kind of horses in there?
That's why I said don't watch Dear Evan Hansen. Don't expect. I don't know what you're expecting
that
from Dear Evan
Hansen.
Hansen.
Is wild in Dear Evan Hansen.
Like, he's in high school. He's in high school banging a horse.
Banging a horse.
And it's like a subplot. It's not even the main plot. I'm like, what's going on here? Are we trying to do a spin-off play about Evan Hansen banging a horse or a horse banging Evan Hansen?
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, the kids, great acting.
Great acting. Amazing
acting. Lawrence Fishburne.
I feel like he kind of is doing this for a paycheck.
Sure, but...
Way under his chops. He's a talent.
I'm not saying he's not talented, but I think they absolutely write him very well on the show. What other redactions you got?
Anthony Anderson he's the opposite of Lawrence Fishburne. He's just got charisma.
Is that that's the father? Anthony Anderson?
Anthony Anderson, yeah, the dad, yeah, the main character.
Well, I didn't know the oh boy, I'm having a moment here.
You don't know Anthony Anderson of Kangaroo Jack fame? Anthony Anderson?
Oh, I'm thinking of his fame from
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yes, that was it. Malibu's Most Wanted. Yes, Anthony Anderson.
And he was also in Scary Movie, I believe.
Yes, with Kevin Hart.
Yes.
Kevin Hart, they were the two characters who were like questioning reality, having like existential crises.
Yes.
Through the third one. The great bit. That's such a good bit.
Very funny.
How do you wake up dead? They have a whole argument about somebody who woke up dead, and they're like, how do you wake up dead?
No one's taken away from his comedic timing and his charisma. But it's just the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. Which I think absolutely plays on the show. I like the idea. I like a show that writes their characters under like very like the like they know exactly what the character is. Like Anthony Anderson's character, at least from the beginning, is just this sort of like pseudo macho dad who's like really not that at all. He's trying to pretend. Right. He's trying to pretend that he's like this dad who's just like, oh, I'm like I can be like the man of the house, and then he's just like, no, not even a
right.
Yeah, like he's good. I don't know.
Not in those shirts. Not a man of the house in those shirts.
Okay, wait. I had some redactions on my side. Okay, I'm
glad. The Duggars.
The Duggars, yes. So, what did we were saying that we weren't sure if one of the kids was molested some kids.
It was one of the Duggars, right, had sexual misconduct charges.
Yes.
We were correct.
I don't know if he ever got charged with it.
There were allegations.
And they were more or less confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were wrong on timing. It didn't just happen.
It didn't just happen. This was, and
but
I think
happened.
Not to, a lot's happened in just this year alone that I couldn't retain my knowledge of. Duggar family.
Are you implying once Kobe went down, you were like,
yeah,
I don't have time for the Duggars anymore? Put everything you have about the Duggars to the side.
I would love. I would love to. I wish that you could see in your brain the new information, like because I picture it's like a long row of knowledge that you have, and then it's just a cliff, and like one new piece of information comes and it pushes one thing.
It's like Tetris.
Yeah, one thing in, one thing out. I would love to know what the one thing in was where I forgot the Duggar molestation controversy. Because it sounds like the way you described it was like Kobe came in.
I'll tell you what it
Duggars
was.
Are out.
It was Paul Rand not doing graphic design in the 40s. That's what it was.
It was that goddamn IBM logo. I just went in, Duggars out. Boom. Done deal. What else did I have? Oh, looks like I didn't. Oh, wait, did I text those to you? Do you have any more?
No, my big thing was the Duggars.
Was the Duggars. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. That's
Tracy Ross is incredible on Blackish. That's also one.
She's very good.
Very good.
And it's not really her fault. It's the writer's fault. They really push her saving lives.
They actually,
we get it.
If you continue to watch, they actually make it seem like she could care less about her job a little bit, which is actually, it becomes very funny. Like she's almost sort of phoning in. There's a couple scenes where she's sort of phoning in being a brain surgeon, and it's very funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that was my big thing. She's like, you do advertising, and I save lives.
Exactly.
And we're like, name the field of medicine you work in. Name the field of medicine, because I don't know.
There's a great scene where she's like giving somebody like a diagnosis and like what the next stages are of like the surgery process. She gets distracted by her daughter texting her, and then just immediately like the guy's just sitting there.
Right.
And then she like takes the text or like takes a phone call and then ends it and then just goes, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. High risk, medium high risk. You're going to be fine. Don't worry about it. And then just kind of shoots him out of her office.
Yeah.
It's great. I
thought that was fantastic.
I thought that was fantastic. It was very funny.
Also, I don't know what type of white people the writers of this show have ever talked to, but according to that show, my family is not white.
You texted me that, and I was too late for me to. What do you mean by that?
The first episode.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, I'm trying out for the field hockey team. And they're like, why would you do that? He's like, that's what all the kids at school are doing. It's a white kid who's like, you're ready for field hockey practice? Who is that? What people have you talked to? What high school guys are playing field hockey?
Yeah.
Maybe if this was New Zealand. If this was New Zealand or the Netherlands, maybe.
Right.
In California. What's going on? Who are you basing this show off of?
I love that you got to field hockey and you just went, this is totally unrelatable as a white person.
I'm like, who have you talked to?
They've never met a white person in that.
Also, I don't want to be a stickler, but the son in the show wants a bar mitzvah, and he's in 9th grade. That's a 7th grade activity. Be a little more factually accurate.
No, he's 13. No, is he 15?
He's in 9th grade because he's a freshman.
Maybe it's no, he's 13. He's 13.
He said he's a freshman on the varsity team.
That's fine, but unless they rewrote it in the pilot, but they a couple times they say that he's like 13 years old.
All right, well, I'll tell you one thing.
This episode
go back and fix it. All right.
This episode is entirely now about Blackish. This is
if the producers of Blackish are listening right now, I want you to redact that bar mitzvahs happened in the 9th grade, and I also want a gay couple adopting an Asian baby. Do that now, and I want it done immediately. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Signed a frustrated white man.
That's right.
signed a frustrated
field hockey.
Yeah, exactly.
Field hockey, volleyball. I will accept.
P.S. I don't know if you can tell by my language in the letter, but I am from Long Island.
Field hockey, because my dad would have the same reaction. The only reason why Anthony Anderson didn't call his son a that episode was because it's on ABC. That's the only reason why. If it was on HBO, it would have been said a few times. A few times. You could see the what's it called? The improv in Anthony Anderson. He wants to call his son a homosexual several times in this show.
Yes.
It's taken everything out of him to remember he's on ABC, to remember he's being paid $400,000 an episode.
Yes, they're like at a certain point he was improvising his lines, and they were like, "Well, hold on, stick to this. This is only the pilot, okay? Stick to the script, okay?"
He's like, "You,
son,
you guy who doesn't want to play basketball."
That feels like a direct quote from the episode. Okay. Be outside of Blackish, because I feel like we got to talk about something else. I wrote down a couple things, trying to come a little prepared.
Oh yeah.
What do you want to talk about? I wrote down cakes are stupid. That's off the bat.
All right.
I think cakes are so.
Don't even know. This is so far from what I had on the docket. This couldn't be more opposite.
Off the bat. I did put down that Shar and I were playing tennis, but I was like, he doesn't want to talk about that.
Don't want to talk about that.
Cakes are stupid. I was watching. Only 2 things are coming up on my Facebook feed now because of, and I was telling you about this last week.
Right.
Only 2 things are coming up on my feed because of just past videos. Like some people get like all the political shit. I only get people pouring resin, time lapses of people pouring resin between 2 planks of wood to make the tables. To make tables.
Right.
And time lapse videos of people making cakes. And people making cakes is so fucking stupid because it's just. It's just a hat on a hat on a hat on a hat. Like how much, what are you tasting if you try this cake? Like they would take like red velvet and then they put like smeared cream cheese on it. And then they put more red velvet and then another thing and then more red velvet. Then they'd wrap that up and then sprinkles and then that's only like a quarter of the way through this cake. And then they're going like, decorating the outside with more and more. And it's like, just fucking eat a cupcake. Just eat a cupcake. Why are we doing so much effort into a thing that if I tried it, I would go, that's entirely too sweet. That's the sweetest thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Yeah. Well, it's because no one eats cake for the taste anymore. You just want it for a decoration.
That's the stupidest thing. That's so weird. Why do you... I mean, I get it, but like, make a statue.
All these shows.
Make a statue that you throw away after. A paper... It should be... If it were
statues in a time like this, Taylor? How dare you recommend that they make a statue? They will tear it down. They will not have the oppressors.
Listen.
That would be so funny if someone made a cake of Christopher Columbus and put it up in a park. Oh my God, would that be hilarious?
Well, that actually, what I was going to recommend was that it should all be paper mache. As soon as I said statue, it should be paper mache. And then you fill it up with candy. So you make these statues, you make these monuments out of paper mache, fill them with candy, and people go destroy them, and then they get candy from it.
That's fun. That's everyone wins. Everyone wins. I'm trying to think of a loophole in this system. You can't.
Yeah. I just solved the monument issue.
Yeah. There you go. Pass that along. Put that through the Senate.
AOC is going to take it and be like, he did it. He solved it.
You know how many people in fucking rural Virginia are going to get really good at making paper mache of slave traders?
And it's the win-win because they go, hey, listen, you're honoring my weird fucked up heritage that I'm apparently holding on to, and I get a baby Snickers out of this.
So I think we all win here. Agreed?
It's a win-win-win. And then every day they just replace them, and then people come and they just beat the shit out of these fucking slave owners, and then they just get all the candy from it, and then Well, no, you can't hit the statues because then you're taking Mexican heritage. You can't hit the paper mache statues. No. Because you're appropriating Mexican heritage, Taylor. No. So what do you do? How do you...
You just sit there and you wait for a strong gust of wind to come by. And that strong gust of wind was a strong feminine gust of wind. That's what you do. That's how that happens. Thank you very much.
I feel like you unsolved it.
This idea was brought to you by the AOC Foundation.
So it makes me...
Thank you. We have solved the problem.
I was so close. I was so confident that piñata racist statues was going to be the thing that was going to unite America.
It could. We don't know yet. This is how we started.
I'm picturing too. The monument is crowded in a circle, divided in half with the far right and the far left, and they're just watching a paper mache Christopher Columbus on a windy day just rock back and forth, and then they're just going, huh? And the other side's going, huh? Oh, ooh. And that happens for 6 hours. Twix.
That's 2 Twix.
Which,
That's what I'm thinking of.
Which, hot take here, best candy bar there is.
See, I like Kit Kat.
And that's how the show ended.
And
that's how this partnership was
Imagine
broken.
that's what the problem with America is. It's not left or right. It's not conservative or
It's
liberal.
Twix and Kit Kat.
It's just which side of Twix are you with?
Yeah, exactly. Left or right?
Right.
They did a whole marketing campaign on
I know,
this.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Then and like that became far left and far right. Twix bar. like Twix marketing campaign was like, guys, we really were not trying to divide the nation when we release these ads. And they're like, it's too late, Twix. It's too late.
That's their marketing and their
They're lighting
boardroom.
Molotov cocktails. It's too fucking late.
In their boardroom, someone goes, all right, so I think we do something for Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And then the other side goes, you mean all lives matter? And they're like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, the marketing for left Twix and right Twix.
Left Twix is like, left Twix will not stand for the Black Lives Matter movement. We are all lives.
You got to reverse it. Right Twix is against Black Lives Matter. And left Twix is for Black Lives Matter.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, left.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
left.
Right. Yeah, far left. Yeah. Antifa Twix.
Listen, you can't say they don't have a market. What a genius idea. You would double sales of Twix.
Yeah. All Twix had to do is take their campaign and put far left Twix. Far right Twix.
It doesn't even have Twix on the branding anymore. Just the top half of Twix says Black Lives Matter, and on the bottom half of Twix, it says All Lives Matter. And then they're like, well, I want 2 Twix, but I can't eat this side of the Twix. So I gotta buy 2 Twix.
This side of the Twix does not align with my socio-political beliefs.
Right.
But this one does. So I'm going to buy both, and then I'm going to eat one, and then I'm going to throw away this hate speech Twix.
And then Baby Ruth sees the success of Twix, and they're like, we also support China taking over Hong Kong.
Oh,
and then you're like,
yeah, hold on. Whoa.
How many candy bars do I have to buy?
I thought Baby Ruth was going to be pro-life.
Oh, that's good. That's good. The problem is you have an extra second to think. Once I give the example of candy bar, you're ready to go.
Yeah.
In my head,
as soon as you said Baby Ruth, I was like, oh yeah, pro-choice. That's great.
I'm just thinking of my local Dwayne Reed in the lineup of candy bars. So I'm like, there's the Twix, there's the Baby Ruth, and there's the Almond Joy no one touches. That's fun.
That was great. That was good.
Yeah.
Good.
See, that's what happens. I like how you're like, I'm trying not to get into race or politics.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to navigate.
Guess what, baby? I'm taking you right in.
I was going to bring this up, which was I feel like our growing dynamic is that I am terrified of offending people.
Yeah.
And you are just Evel Knievel over 13 sensitive buses.
I just have my finger pulse on America, and I know what people like to listen to. You think people are tuning into this and they want to hear what type of red velvet cake you're putting on different levels? No one gives a fuck, all right? People want to hear that left Twix supports BLM and right Twix are anti.
Now, there are some very nice, genuine people in probably the 50, 60 plus category who are listening to this and going, I wish that guy would stop yelling at him so he could continue talking about his case.
Yeah. It's those fucking graphic designers that are listening to it.
Yeah. I tuned into this for the Paul Rand and it got...
They really went off track since the first episode.
Boy, I really thought that they were going to split right down the middle with jokes about life and graphic design knowledge.
All I'm saying is I eat both Twix. That's all I'm saying.
So you're a moderate.
I'm a moderate.
You're right down the middle.
Both sides.
You're with both sides.
I will eat both Twix. That is what I will do.
Somehow that's the most offensive thing you said.
I will eat both sides of the Twix.
This podcast was I respect.
I want this country to be together, and if I have to eat both Twix to do that, I will do it.
Yeah, listen. There's good Twix on both sides.
There's good
Twix on both sides.
I understand where both Twix are coming from.
Jesus Christ. This is...
If you're offended by me making up the sides of Twix, you're a fucking asshole.
I love it so much. I love the coordination of I was talking about cakes and now we have far left, far right Twix.
So I got something that happened, like your feedback on this here.
Okay.
I had a little pool party this past weekend.
Yeah.
And
did you go out to Long Beach?
I went to Long Island. I was on Long Island.
Again, that's Rockaway and Coney Island to me.
No, Long Island?
Well, no, I know what Long Island is, but to me, Long Beach feels like it's like right next to or on top.
Long Beach is more east, but I was in Syosset.
Okay, cool.
Wasn't by a beach, by a pool.
Okay, right. Got it.
We're at the pool party. It's a good party. Party. Someone comes up to me, and they go, "Do you remember my friend Megan?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I remember Megan. They're like, she moved out to L.A. with her boyfriend." And I said, "Yeah, I remember Megan moved out to L.A. with the boyfriend." She's like, "Yeah, well, she's been seeing a new guy. Dump that guy." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Mm-hmm.
Then she's like, "Well, I feel like I should tell you, the new boyfriend died last night."
Okay.
Like, oh.
And she was at the party? This girl who just lost her boyfriend?
No, this is her friend telling me.
Her friends. Okay, her friend's telling you that
about the friend who I met a couple times.
Right, and then her boyfriend died.
Boyfriend.
And she's not at the party. The girl whose boyfriend died is not
at the party.
Okay, all right, got it.
I was like, okay. She's like, "Aren't you upset by that?" And I said, "No."
Yeah. Why would you?
Why do I care about a person I've never met? It's upsetting.
Yeah. Sure.
But I don't care.
No.
It's enough of this.
I don't care.
Like, there's like this.
That's like you telling me this story, and then you go, "Aren't you upset?"
Exactly.
What? Why would I give a shit? Not that I don't. Human life, it's important, But in this context, I don't know a name. I don't know anything about this person,
and I just genuinely don't care. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
Yeah.
All right. It's bad, but hey, wear your helmet next time.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Oh no.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah. This person, it sounds like they were expecting to get something, like get off on telling you that.
Yes.
Right?
There is a death fetishism.
Yeah, or at least it's, I imagine it triggers the same chemical in the brain of like when you share some hot goss.
Ooh, that's a good, I didn't think of that.
You know what I mean? Like it must release some sort of chemical where somebody has news, important news, emotional news.
Right.
And they want that release of being the person who revealed that to somebody else.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
That's like, I never understood when someone's grandparent dies and then they post it on social media.
I personally
genuinely don't get that.
Personally, as somebody who, my dad died when I was 17, like the idea of like posting details about that, I get their argument, which is I want other people to, at least understand where I'm at. And I think that I think people genuinely try to approach it from like a good place of like, this is it's cathartic for me to say it. I hope you hear it and that it means something to you if you've ever had grief. But the level that people will post onto Facebook, onto Instagram, onto everything, I'm just, why are you quantifying likes from your grief? Why are you, do you really, it might just be a thing, but like, do people really feel better afterwards? They might, but it feels like a short hit of something.
Right.
Why do you want dopamine associated with your grief?
Yes, that's a fantastic point. And maybe it's because I worked in the medical field and I've seen some things, but I don't know if people know this. Grandparents die.
Yeah.
It's just what they do.
Yeah.
They die.
Yeah, that's a hot take.
And I'm sorry to tell you that.
Yeah.
Why do you post that?
Yeah.
I don't want people posting that their grandparents die anymore. This is what I want you to do. I want people to post that their grandparents are still alive. I'd find more interest.
Every day. Every day,
Right.
there's constant. I want constant posts that like hashtag they're still here, hashtag living grandma, hashtag LIP, live in peace.
That's funny.
Isn't that great?
Yeah. LIP, live in peace.
yeah. Living in peace. That's it. Living in peace.
People write these paragraphs.
With the photos of them with the old bag of old is just sitting and they're just old they're just trying their best. And
it ruins my day. You ruined my day. You ruined my day telling me about your dead ugly grandma. And the worst is when they post a picture of their grandma, like how she was like on her deathbed, and then the next
don't do that.
The next picture is like of her in a bikini in the 40s, and
Yeah.
you're like, are you trying to turn me on as you're showing me your dead grandma?
Yeah, what are you getting out of this? Why do we need to know in the two strokes of like what she looked like moments before death, and then what she looked like at her hottest?
Yeah, wouldn't you like to fuck her 70 years ago?
And
she just died.
And they always kind of allude to that. They're always like, she was the sweetest soul, and boy, what a babe she was back in the 50s. I'm like, why are you saying that? Like, you're mixing. It's salty and sweet. You're mixing salty and sweet right now, and not a good way.
Right. People do it with their dogs. My dog Charlie
And look
just
how
died.
fucking hot he looked in this fucking photo. Look, this is my dog right before they put him down, and this is my sexy fucking dog, right?
But this is when we got him a year after the pound. How about that? He was eating pretty well.
His peak. Oh, this is. He was a 10 then.
Also, everyone's like they were the best dog ever. Chances are they weren't.
Yeah.
Statistically, I would like someone to post a picture of their dead dog and be like, "Oh, it's kind of a dick."
I will say though, that argument can be made for those dogs who were like repurposed bomb dogs. Those are the dogs I'm like, that's the best dog ever.
Oh well, that dog's fantastic.
If people go, this was the best dog ever, I would be like, they were able to achieve a career before becoming just a normal dog.
Oh, of course. And the police line up and they shake their hand on the way
They get
in.
a medal.
Oh my God,
a dog
they
with
get a medal.
They get a medal. Those are people who go, when those dogs die, they go, that was the best dog ever. I'd be like, you're not wrong. You are absolutely right. That is the best dog ever.
Right, but I don't want to see your dog when it's 14 years old with its eyes bloated out of its head.
Yeah.
And you're like,
he's a good guy. And we're like, yes, we know.
Dogs die.
Dogs die. It's that it feels like people who, it's two things, and it's people who don't have a good grip on how to process death. I think that's what we're saying here. People who cannot process death just on their own. And then the second thing is, I feel like just a little bit under the radar. Like, people want validation and dopamine from this thing. Like, we've been so conditioned to be like, life event, post it. Period. Like,
right.
Life event, put it up on social. And to these people, death is also a life event, but at the same time, it's not that kind of life event. It's not starting a new job. It's not moving to a new city. Like, it's another human being who is no longer with us, and it's very sad. But why? In what other context are we putting up like terrible things? Why are we putting up terrible things on social media?
It's because people think they're important. And here's a news flash. You're not. Social media should be used for people that are trying to make you laugh or trying to make a point. That's what social media should be used for.
So you see it as more like TV.
It should be used as entertainment. It's media. It should be used as entertainment.
Yeah.
Look at me and my boyfriend just bought a house. You bought a house in Rochester. It cost $200,000. That's not impressive. I'm not impressed by that. If you bought a house on the North Shore of Long Island, if you bought a house on the Gold Coast of Long Island that cost $1.5 million.
If you're giving
that's
up,
impressive.
yeah,
That's impressive.
But
I would like to hear
those
about
people
that.
are like, don't brag about that, dude. Come on. That would everybody be like,
because those people
big
have
time in us.
Those people have more things going on.
Yeah.
There's a guy I went to college with who coaches a 7th grade football team.
Yeah.
And he posts about his 7th grade football team like we're invested people in this team. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah. Well, yes, I agree with you that only you could have 500 friends. One of my favorite things to do is to look at people who are still posting about their like very specific like niche moments in their life, you know, like exactly what you're talking about, 7th grade football coach. And then you'll notice that throughout all their posts, it's like only the same 12 people are liking all their things.
Oh, yeah.
Consistently, like 12 to like 17 people are liking or acknowledging this moment out of like 600 or like 500 connections on social media. But like that doesn't fit. Like I'm constantly putting up artwork all the time, not even as like I would say I'm right on the line. I would say I'm right on the line.
No, that's fine. I'm fine with the artwork.
No. But it's like it is media. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it's like it is sort of entertainment, but it's mostly, you know, sorry to my 700 followers, but most of it is just a dopamine rush for me. Like I mostly put it up to be like, I need to acknowledge to myself that I'm doing something artistic and I'm putting it up. But most of it is like, I want to see how many fucking likes I'm going to get. I hope I get a lot from this. Like,
Pete, you think I'm doing comedy for people? I do comedy for me.
Oh, that's so interesting.
That's the only reason I do it.
Boy.
You think I care about you?
Yeah.
No. I performed in front of 1,000 people. I performed in front of one person, and I did that twice on 2 separate occasions. You think I give a fuck about you? I don't even listen to the laughs.
Yeah.
The laughs are just breaking up me talking more. I don't care about that.
God, we are so different.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's why you quit, because you're happy.
Absolutely. 100%. I love it. That's the dynamic here. It's a happy person and a very unhappy person.
Oh my God, yeah. And that's why I'm fucking great at it.
Yeah.
People,
yeah, that's why you're still doing it.
That's why I do well. That's why when I crush and people are like, tough crowd, I'm like, nah, I don't know what that's like because I'm not up there talking about fucking red velvet cake. Who gives a fuck about red velvet cake? I'm going up there talking about how my grandma died and then we ate loaded potato skins after. Who gives a fuck about what you're saying up there? You don't have any perspective. No one cares. You went to the beach? That's fantastic. You know what I did? I went to my grandmother's funeral at a bar. You think I care? This show is brought to you by Nas Energy.
and all far left, far right Twix.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to cut that whole bit?
No, that I'm keeping in.
Oh, okay. You got to keep that in. Yeah. What else did we? So you're saying you didn't like my take on cake?
No, your cake take. No, that's no one.
No one cares.
No one cares.
No one.
No one cares about the cake take.
That cakes are stupid.
Right. If they want to listen to that, listen to NPR. All right. If you want to listen to fucking people talk about cakes. If you want to
NPR, if you're listening, hey, just, I'm happy to talk about how stupid cakes are for fucking 12 hours. I don't give a shit.
If you want to talk about a conspiracy theory where Cake Boss leads to my 600-pound life, let's talk about that.
That's very interesting. TLC was a gateway show, Cake Boss's gateway show for my 500-pound life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Which is true. Don't you find this fascinating that Cake Boss is like this real tough Italian guy? And he's like, oh, get the fuck out of my... Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. This is my bakery.
Has he ever sworn on his show?
He hasn't sworn on the show. But like that's his... He's like a tough baker.
Yeah, like he just happens to have a Jersey accent. And he's like, whoa, Ma, you're screwing it up. I did like a Raymond. I did like a high-pitched Raymond.
Well, it's a very similar accent. But what's funny to me is I'm sure he's this tough baker, but his dad calls him a fairy to his back. That's what I'm sure. I'm sure when his dad's friends ask what his son does, he doesn't say baker. He's like, he owns his own company.
Yeah, exactly. He owns his own. He's an entrepreneur.
Oh, what do they make? Don't fucking worry about what they make. All right, if you need something, you ask me, and if he makes it, he makes it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. And I'll get it for you.
Yeah, they get him in a corner, and he says cake, and then 19 guys come out, and they go, "Oh, what? Cupcakes." What do you mean? Like the red velvet, and then they put the icing, and then another red velvet, and then they wrap it all up in the icing, and then he puts some crunchies around the outside of it.
Tony, you've been watching NPR?
Yeah. No, you're just thinking of regular cakes, the smaller ones. Oh, okay.
His dad's on his deathbed, and he's like, buddy, come closer. Come closer, buddy.
Didn't his dad own the bakery?
He might have, but that's not my point.
You're living in an alternate universe where he has a disappointing
I'll tell you
father.
one thing. His dad didn't have the show. He was like a closeted baker like back then. He's like, don't tell anyone I bake cakes.
Just tell people I sell mufflers.
He just did it in a factory.
Yeah. He sold cupcakes out of a back room because
It's like, what are you doing in that factory? He's like, don't fucking worry about what I'm doing in there.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, I haven't seen any of these machines ever turned on. It's a giant power plant in just a back room where he's just delicately making the most beautiful cupcakes.
Hey, Pasquale, can you help me with my muffler? I heard that's what you install. He's like,
oh no.
I wish I could, but
just work is crazy, and he's just hitting the hammer on the table. Just I'm backed up. I'm backed up for months.
Hey, Pasquale, I don't want to say anything, but is that flour on your apron?
Cocaine. This is cocaine.
Oh no, it's dry pussy juice.
I cracked open a can right before you got here, and it, you know how pussy juice is. It just dries up so quickly.
Buddy from Cake Boss's dad created pussy energy drink
to cover for the fact that he actually baked. He was a baker his entire life. Oh no, you know me. I slam puss energy drink all day, all the time. I need to confirm that that's actually real because I don't want people looking up.
That's what we'll redact next week. We'll redact pussy juice.
Yeah, pussy. God damn it.
Any other redactions we have to make till the end of this?
No. Do you want me to quickly run through my list in case you got a hot take?
Oh yeah,
you
can run through the list.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say I wanted to talk conspiracies. Just offhand, we've been doing clicker training with Patrick. And
clicker training?
Clicker training. It's when you're trying to change their behavior by like getting them to do something. When they do it, you click this thing and then you give them a treat.
Oh, that's interesting.
So the whole bit is like, instead of screaming at their face, which is what we tried to do for like a year and a half.
That didn't work.
Apparently that doesn't work, which is crazy to me. And so the thing we looked at online was like, if they start having barking fits, you wait until they stop barking and then you give them a treat and click it. And my conspiracy is that is something that dogs created and spread that information out to owners. Because the idea of all you do is you just sit around and let them bark for as long as they want, and then you reward them with a treat. Like, that sounds like heaven for a fucking dog. So yeah, that was...
I think people give dogs too much credit for being intelligent. That's what I think. I'm sick of it.
I gotta stop myself because sometimes I go, he's smart, he knows what I'm saying, and Char's literally like, he has no possible concept of what you're fucking saying.
It's very common. I used to work with a coworker. Obviously, that's what you do with coworkers. You work with them.
Last time I checked,
she would rave about her dog. She's like, "You have no idea how smart my dog is."
That sentence bothers me so much.
I was like, "Oh yeah,
you have no idea."
Ask your dog to reset your router.
Yeah.
How fucking smart's your dog?
How many IEDs has he smelled out in Afghanistan?
Even those dogs. Even those dogs aren't smart. They just can smell things better. They're not smart.
Yeah.
They can't do PEMDAS. Ask that dog to do PEMDAS.
What's PEMDAS?
Oh, you're not smarter than a bomb-sniffing dog.
Yeah. Well, they can't do it. So if anything, I'm equally
PEMDAS
as smart.
is a basic pre-calc law.
Oh, yeah? Well, fucking Helvetica. Fuck you.
I don't know what that is.
It's a typeface. I'm doing a smoke screen where I'm just throwing graphic designers at you. Fucking CMYK, bro. Back off me. Huh? You have no fucking idea. Fucking...
If you think we're going to get canceled by the things we've said on here, it's going to be... They're going to say, Taylor Schmidt doesn't know PEMDAS.
Yeah. I have never heard that.
You've never. That's probably because you went to public school in Pennsylvania.
Public school, art school.
That's not.
Yeah.
That
When would
doesn't
I have
equal
come across
PEMDAS.
it? When would I have come? I'm not.
Through 12th grade.
I don't know. Is that like it? Is it like the SATs?
No, it's very beneath that.
So what? You take a test and then people are like,
It's not a test. It's a law. Parentheses. I forgot what the E stands for. It's when a number.
Is it like the FOIL method?
What's the FOIL? It's similar to the FOIL method.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
First out or inner last. That's
similar. It's a little. Yeah. It's a little more described than that.
Let's just say 15, 16, 17-year-old Taylor did not have math on his mind.
He was doodling anime characters.
I had a whole class with senior year, and it was the worst math class that you could take. Worst in the sense of easiest. It's the easiest math class that you could take, which was a basic accounting. It's just it's
adding things.
Adding things, having a spreadsheet. You know, all the things that no one ever has to do ever now, right? Some people do it. Do you do that? Do you balance? Do you have like a
no? It's all on your computer.
Why? Yeah, I don't fucking need it. And at the time, you didn't need it. You were just like, fuck it, you'll figure it out.
Right.
Your bank will tell you when to stop spending money, right? That's sort of. But I was in the class with my best friend, and every day, all I would do is sit in the class and draw. It started with me just drawing a penis, and then I sent it to him. I folded it up all nice, and then I just slid it over to him. And he's very focused, and he wants so badly to not care about what's going on, but he's like very like straight, like buttoned up, like don't fuck. And he every day for an entire year, he would like aggressively try not to laugh, just like snorting, like tears, and every day I would just get a worse and worse dick that I would just like more fleshed out. I was like, oh, this is it. And it got to the point where like he's got a lot of the collection, but there's like one where it was towards Christmas, and I have one of him having sex with Santa. And that was just, I just slid him that, and then he just lost his fucking mind.
Yeah, because he was Jewish.
Not Jewish. Redaction.
He was offended.
Immediate redaction. Immediate redaction.
I like to imagine this is what your professional portfolio is, and people see it and they're like, "It started with the penises, and we weren't."
Well, they were like, "Did you bring a cover letter?" And then I slide them a torn piece of paper folded in half that's just a veiny penis, and they're like, "Well, obviously you can't fucking work here. Stop, stop doing this. Who told you this was a good idea?"
We make female, feminine products.
Yeah.
This is completely against what we do here.
There is, I'd like to see a business that thinks this is okay. What are you doing? Yeah. So let's see. Conspiracies. I mean, we could do a whole thing on that, but I was just gonna say, did you have a stupid one up top? Oh, and that also, dinosaurs are bred into chickens. I absolutely abide by that conspiracy.
I don't think that's a conspiracy.
Is that just fact?
I think that's science.
But but the reason why we're still so afraid of chickens is that they were dinosaurs at one point. And our brains haven't processed that they're not dinosaurs anymore. Like, people are fucking afraid of chickens. And
I'm not afraid of chickens.
There's a lot of people who, like, if a chicken runs at you, they'd be like, I just don't want to be around this chicken.
I just kick it.
You kick a chicken?
Yeah. The fuck is that chicken going to do?
I don't think I would ever kick. I would never. I feel like they're like cats, where like if you like try to lift them up, they just got no bones. You know what I mean? That like no bones principle of like, if I tried to kick a chicken,
the science
like
in the past minute,
it would just fucking warp into around my foot.
That become a chicken?
No. Yeah, it's like that scene in The Matrix where he touches the mirror,
right?
and I get off and there's feathers, and then the feathers just start growing up. Do you remember that scene from The Matrix?
Nah, I'm not a big movie guy.
Unbelievable! You got to watch that. Okay. All right. All time-lapse videos, Patreon. Patreon tiers, and then oh yeah, and then what is your? Do you have a lot of shit on your bedside table?
No, I have a lamp and chargers and a charging station.
Do you just charge your phone at night?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, because
I charge my laptop also, but it's out here.
I clocked, I think it was like Thursday, like just clocked that my bedside table is completely covered with electronics at this point. That it's a lamp, obviously, and then I have a white noise machine, and then I have my Nintendo Switch that I charge downstairs in case I want to play that. And then even closer, I have a iPad that I'm charging, and then I have my phone that I'm charging. So it's literally it's like a row of devices. It feels like my bedside table is like 6 feet long, and I wanted to know what your opinion on that was.
Yeah, no, I'm just a healthy adult in that sense. My mental health not great.
Yeah, I was gonna
me
say,
performing for myself,
yeah,
so I could be heard. That's a separate issue,
right?
But my electronic charging situation.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm doing pretty well there.
I do picture you falling asleep like a vampire. Is that far off?
When I'm asleep, I'm asleep. You can't wake me up.
Yeah, but you do like, I feel like you do like a this, and then you just kind of lay there with your eyes open, and then suddenly they're just not open, and you just fall right asleep. How far off?
Is this based off my Eastern European heritage?
No, just general demeanor. You just strike me as somebody who's just like, I can only picture you going to sleep like, almost like you're levitating down.
Why?
I don't know. That was my go-to. I think it's the NOS energy drink. It's really clicked in, and everybody's a vampire now. I don't know what I'm saying. We're
gonna cut that too.
Yeah, we should. I think that's just very unfunny. Okay. And then I'm gonna make a note to not do notes on here on the podcast anymore.
I'll tell you one thing.
I feel like I was 0 for 9.
No, because the cake turned into the best bit.
All right, so swing for the fences.
I'm just gonna let you know right now. What you think's gonna come out of those ideas isn't gonna come out of those ideas.
Oh, no. I got to figure out the way to frame them that it becomes less of me just spewing out a sentence.
No, I kind of like that though.
You do like it?
I kind of like that.
Yeah, okay, good. Because I could see it in your eyes that you were trying not to make fun of me on a couple of those.
On all of them, but I was really trying to figure out how I'm gonna spin
the bit.
These things.
Okay, because this is inside baseball now, but I think that there's something there with like me just having shit throughout the week that I thought were loose premises or just
right. That's
and then
fantastic.
Just swing for the fucking fences.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
All right.
Boy,
I think that's good.
Yeah. Boy, we did it.
All right. Who knows how much of this podcast is going to be left?
Yeah. I hope that it's just the sign on and sign off. Yeah. I hope that it's just us, like me cracking into the energy drink saying, what show is this? And then we're like, all right, guys, have a good night.
Right.
We'll see you in the next episode.
That's all, folks.
All right.
All right, team. It's been a blast. We'll see you next week. No, we still got one more episode
still got one more. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe if you
pound it.
Hit like, subscribe to this, and my Instagram. This is going to be through my Instagram, and follow Taylor if you want.
Yeah, yeah.
At Taylor Schmidt.
Taylor
F. Schmidt.
Yeah, Taylor _F_ Schmidt. God, this is such a stupid Instagram handle.
He'll change it.
I'll change it.
We'll see you next week.
If you want to see artwork, yeah, that's fine. Bye.
Bye.